And you're on, Diana.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Diana Falzone show. I am joined with another special guest, and he, I have to say, is an American hero. We have Robert Coglin from the Staten Island chapter, and you are very much involved with the World Cares organization, which treats with, I would say, preparing people for disasters that could be happening in their own backyard. And it was started because of 9/11 and Hurricane Katrina, and it's really been around since September 11th. You recently attended a great event that I was supposed to be at, but unfortunately cannot attend due to medical reasons. But the World Cares Iron Skillet Cook-Off, where it was firefighters versus celebrity chefs, and who did well out there? I mean, who really fared best?
Well, we all did well. It was a long day. And
don't be diplomatic. Who won, Chief? Who won?
The Bronx House won.
They did?
They did.
All right.
But it was
We're okay.
Everyone made fantastic meals. The guests and really what the cause is for.
Mm-hmm.
The fundraiser to help World Care Center. And this is the cause itself helps to train civilians and bring them into the limelight of what professionals are trained to do.
Yeah.
I think we've learned since 9/11 that we didn't have enough people that knew even basic first aid, how to redirect people, and every person that we can train through this program makes one more life.
Right.
And the Iron Skillet is just one of the things that World Care does, and seeing the people just enthusiastic about the cause and seeing firefighters compete. And earlier in the day we were on news segments and feeding people on the street that were wondering what the firefighters were doing.
I'm like, why are they being so nice to us all of a sudden? Shouldn't they be putting out some fires or something like that?
It was exciting, and we were all in the kitchen together.
Really? That must... Didn't they say, like, too many cooks in the kitchen spoils the pot or something?
So we had 5 teams, 1 from each borough, 3 on a team, so 15 people in the kitchen. But, you know, we're all brothers, and we worked well together, and it was exciting.
See, when I would think about firefighters hanging out, I picture them in the firehouse, you know, watching TV, cooking, you know, that whole almost like fraternity feel. And
That's
then
true.
just with this giant pole where all of a sudden, you know, there's a call and everyone gets, you know, from hanging out and being really low key to going into firefighter mode, like in television where they're just
Jump into the boots.
You just jump into the boots and you go. But I mean, what drove you into working as a firefighter? Because, you know, it's a job that, yes, there's glory and there's a lot of praise for it, but you put your life out on the line. What was the call moment for you?
I think I've always wanted to give back and help people and save people, and it's what we do. You know, it could be something simple as a trash can fire, but it could be a house that's fully engulfed, you know, which is not what we want, but it happens.
Right.
And aside from, you know, the whole firefighter field, my mentality over the years has been I'm on the board of the Red Cross.
Wow.
I'm on various community and civic organizations. So collectively, each of those divvy up my time to really give back to people and help the communities, and ultimately, you know, we're in a great country.
Yeah. Well, you're a humanitarian.
Yeah.
And I think that people always assume that to help means that you have to be a civil servant, you know, a police officer, a firefighter. You can get involved in charities without any experience, without being part of a first aid squad. There are ways that you can give back, whether it's a donation of time or a donation of money. You know, I know with World Cares, the organization, and you can go online, worldcares.org, and you can find so many different ways to participate, and it's not as difficult as people think. But you mentioned that you were involved with helping with Hurricane Katrina relief, and I've heard from soldiers that I knew, including my brother who helped with the relief there, that the conditions when he got to New Orleans was so deplorable that he was in Baghdad, and he said between the two, I would have rather been in Baghdad.
Really?
Yeah, and that's quite a statement considering that this is our own country.
Yeah. It was rather disappointing, somewhat gruesome actually, that
Mm.
a city in itself for over a year, didn't have lighting and people were living on streets and as exciting Wendy was saying that
Right.
there was a lot of animals that were just homeless and didn't weren't cared for. But part of the effort, besides some of the rescue, was also to retrain people
Hmm.
and rebuild. So the fire department in particular was devastated.
Yeah.
22 of the 33 firehouses were just destroyed.
Wow.
So here you have firefighters that don't have a home to go to, and they don't have a firehouse to go to. So myself, and in conjunction with my friend Dennis Leary, we helped to rebuild
Wow.
firehouses to get them back into an infrastructure to rebuild the city. And it really helped them personally because they didn't have a family or a home to go back to. Most of
Right.
their families moved to Houston or Florida.
Right.
So this really helped out in many ways. And like you said, it's people take the volunteering effort, whether it's with World Cares or other organizations, that it's a big, big commitment.
Hmm.
But in fact, if you could just give a few hours or 3 times a year, it means something.
Oh, yeah. And I think even if you're the most selfish person in the world and the only reason you want to do it is because you can put it on a resume, you might surprise yourself with the kind of intrinsic value you get for it. Like, oh, wait, I actually like helping
Hmm.
people. I'm not that miserly or Scrooge-like. And especially with this coming into the holiday season, I hope that more people, because everybody is feeling the recession, rich, poor, middle class, and it's more, I think, about giving your time than it is necessarily
Goodwill.
giving your money right now. We actually have a question from our very own Gary from Paltalk. Hi, Gary.
Hey, Diana. I got to tell you, Chief Coglin, I was working for CNN Radio both on September the 11th, 2001, and when Katrina hit, and covered both of those horrific events for CNN. And one of the most gratifying things I thought when we were attacked here on September the 11th were the number of people who came from around the country, first responders and others, to assist you guys who took a horrible, terrific toll because the firefighters were running into the towers while everybody was running out away from harm's way. They were doing their job and they were running into the towers. I want to tell you on a very personal note that when I was down there covering Katrina, and of course there were a million stories when it came to Katrina, for me the most heartwarming thing as a New Yorker, and having been here and saw firsthand what you and the fire and the police officers and the paramedics were doing, and those who came to assist, was how the NYPD and the FDNY paid it back. Um, when you went to New Orleans. And I was so proud to see you guys there. And I just wanted to say great work.
Well,
Oh.
thank you, thank you. One of the things that you probably saw directly too, whether it be at the financial center or even lined up along the whole West Side Highway, were the people that came out to offer, water, food, or even just someone to talk to during this time. And
Hmm.